Hello everyone. Welcome back to One Tech Funda. In today's video, we're going to explore a very important topic, new product development, or simply NPD. From the first spark of an idea to a product hitting the market, NPD is the journey of innovation. So let's dive in. New product development is the complete process of bringing a new idea to life, transforming it into a working product and launching it into the market. It includes designing, prototyping, testing, and finally launching the product. NPD is a core process in industries like automotive, electronics, and consumer goods where innovation is constant and competition is tough. Why NPD is important? Why do companies invest so much in NPD? Well, because it helps them stay ahead of the competition, fulfill customer needs and trends, innovate and grow their business. Key stages of NPD. Now let's break down the 7 important stages of new product development, step by step. Idea generation. Everything starts with an idea. It could come from customer feedback, R&D, competitors, or even a brainstorming session. The goal? Identify a problem worth solving. Feasibility study. We evaluate if the idea is technically and financially possible. We define the product specs, identify the target customer, and check if it's worth moving forward. Design and prototyping. Using 3D design software like Creo or SolidWorks, the product takes shape. Then, physical prototypes are created for early testing. Testing and validation. Here, the product is tested for functionality, durability, and compliance. Based on feedback, the design is refined and improved. Production planning and tooling. This is where manufacturing processes like casting, machining, or molding are selected. Tools like dies, molds, and fixtures are developed for mass production. Pilot production and market testing. A small batch is produced and tested in real-world conditions. Customer feedback helps to make final tweaks before the full launch. Full-scale production and launch. Finally, the product is manufactured at scale and launched into the market with marketing strategies and supply chain setups. Now let's see the example of NPD. Smartphone development. In a simple and practical way. Step 1. Idea generation. Let's say a smartphone brand like Samsung, Apple, or OnePlus identifies a gap in the market. People are asking for a budget-friendly phone with a high-resolution camera and fast charging. So the company decides, let's develop a 5G smartphone with a 108-megapixel camera and a 5,000 mAh battery. That's how the journey begins, with an idea driven by customer needs. Next is concept development and feasibility study. Designers create rough sketches or 3D models of how the phone will look. Engineers check, can a mid-range processor support 5G and high-end camera features? Will the 5,000 mAh battery give full-day usage? Should the body be plastic, aluminum, or glass? Then, cost analysis is done to make sure it fits the budget segment. If it looks promising, they move ahead. Now comes design and prototyping, the exciting part. CAD software like Creo, SolidWorks, or AutoCAD is used to make accurate 3D models. A dummy prototype is 3D, printed for visual and ergonomic assessment. Then, engineers build a working prototype to test the screen, camera, and battery. Before we start mass production, rigorous testing is essential to ensure the phone meets all quality standards. Drop test, will the phone survive accidental drops? Testing for durability by dropping the phone from various heights and angles. Battery test, is the phone safe from overheating? Does the fast charging work effectively, ensuring the battery lasts long enough for daily use? Software test, does the phone run smoothly? Checking for seamless operation on Android or operating system, ensuring there are no bugs or glitches in the system. Camera test, time to test the 108MP camera. We check for image quality in low light, HDR performance, portrait mode, and how well it handles fast-moving objects. Based on these results, we make design improvements to ensure the phone is ready for the market. Now, we move on to production planning and tooling, where the product is ready for actual manufacturing. First up, tooling, injection molding for shaping the phone's plastic or metal body. Chip fabrication to create the processors and memory modules that power the phone. Glass cutting for that smooth, durable display we all love. Meanwhile, the supply chain is carefully arranged. Camera modules, batteries, and processors are all sourced from different suppliers and carefully scheduled to ensure everything arrives on time for mass production. Now, we move on to pilot production and market testing. This is where we test the product in the real world before the big launch. A small batch is produced, usually around 5,000 units, to test how the smartphone performs under real conditions. These units are sent to selected customers and tech reviewers. They provide valuable feedback on things like design, performance, battery life, and overall user experience. Once we gather all the feedback, we analyze it carefully to see if any adjustments are needed, like improving battery life or tweaking the design. Based on this, final improvements are made before the full-scale launch. And finally, it's time for the big launch. Mass production kicks off in factories, where thousands of smartphones are assembled and prepared for distribution. The marketing team gets to work with exciting campaigns, including TV and online ads to showcase the phone's features. Social media buzz, with influencers and tech enthusiasts sharing their first impressions. Pre-order offers, enticing customers to secure their phone before it hits the shelves. After all the prep, the new smartphone officially hits the market, available in stores and online platforms for customers to grab. And just like that, a budget-friendly 5G smartphone with a 108-megapixel camera and long battery life is launched successfully. This is the power of a well-structured NPD process, from idea to a real product in your hands. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to One Tech Funda for more videos on product development, mechanical design, and industry insights. Have any suggestions or topics you'd like me to cover? Drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.